Michael Brown was particularly interesting because he was a young man who had a promising future. The fact that they left his body on the streets before was saying, this person is not human. Through our practices, through our culture, and certainly through our policing, we send a message every day that black lives don't matter. We've constituted whiteness in this country is in opposition to blackness. So what we call a good neighborhood is where there are very few black people. What we've done is we've institutionalized fear of the racial other, and then we've actually organized society around it, always to protect against white fear. And there's no end to white fear. The role of the police is to contain the black community, to keep white people safe from the black community. The first reaction when you talk about this is always, I'm not a racist. You know, I maybe have black friends. And when a person says that, whether it's the police or someone from society at large, they may be telling the truth, they may not be, but they may be telling the truth that they don't consciously harbor racial bias. But it doesn't mean that the unconscious is not harboring racial biases. Black people themselves will have negative implicit biases toward black people. We see 5,000 images a day. And those images get lodged into the unconscious mind. And many of those images of blacks are negative. But it's not enough to have a conversation because the problem is profoundly cultural and structural. We have to really look at the relationship between the police and black America and the rest of America and black America. The kind of training I would suggest is you have to go do community service in the community before you become a police. Get to know the children in the school. Go play basketball with the young black boys in high school and junior high school. Not so much so they get to know you, so you get to know them. There's a saying that the history of the United States can be written about who belongs, who is a citizen. And when people talk about taking the country back, they're not talking about taking it back from the elites, from corporate America. They're talking about taking it back from blacks, from immigrants. And the notion that this is a white country. We have to get beyond that. But I always emphasize that we're not simply trying to get rid of biases. You're never going to get rid of all biases. We're not trying to make people simply think better thoughts. We're trying to change practices. We're trying to actually create a society where black lives, in fact, do matter.
Don't wanna fight no more, no more. Ain't going down the road like I done before.
Get your message or business promoted on John Henry Media Network. Make contact today. Use this email address, jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. That's jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. Again, that's jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. For specific details on submitting your audio to make it happen, it will be aired on our very next episode for a small donation of your choice. So let's make it happen right now.
I play the wind, oh, I